How we need to move without the ball to do our stuff. Okay, all these things, and we win personal battles and lose balls. We will be the ones that will be here to win the game. Okay, guys? Okay, let's go.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3,
Aye.
Well, the fans pouring into the arena here to watch what is a do-or-die game, really, for Tofas Bursa. If they don't win this game, there will be no Game 3. Also in Group K, the qualification for the round of 16, Limoges tomorrow taking on MHP Reason in this group. MHP Reason winning the opening game at home. Trailing by as many as 9 points in the last game in Athens last Wednesday, coming from behind to win it. They didn't take the lead for good, though, until late in the game. Yanis Strelniak's hitting a go-ahead three-pointer. You could see Tim Frazier there and Isaiah Miles. It was really a team effort from Mike. They really, when push came to shove, were the better team, and they showed it over the 40 minutes.
First of all, Coach, what will be the key for this game?
Who will be able to impose the way of basketball that he wants to input. So I believe we need to respond to the physicality of Tofas. We need to take care of the small things, and the details will make the difference.
So what did you tell to your players in order to avoid any kind of prevention, or what is the most important point they have to be very careful at?
We need to play tough. We need to play every possession like if it's the last possession of the game, and try to do our best, physically and mentally.
So Ike with Tim Frazier, Vasilis Xanthopoulos, Dimitris Flionis, Dimitris Mavroidis in the game tonight. Isaiah Miles, Alexander Madsen, Konstantinos Papadakis, Kenny Mitchell, Akil Mitchell, and for Ike, that is a big absence. But squad strength always important as you look at Dion Thompson there of Tofas Bursa. And again, the pressure on Tofas, who need to win tonight to force the deciding third game, which would be played next week.
Coach, would you please tell us the key points for this game?
First of all, energy, toughness, physicality, and of course some parts of the game like no turnover in the ball, making some open threes. It's very important. But for us, it's one sad game. We have to make it today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So hearing the words of Coach Priftis, he's got Emre Tanishyan, Dion Thompson, Tevfik Akdamar, Berke Boyuk-Tungel, Berk Urulu, Boris Atir, Tyler Ennis, Ege Demir, Suleiman Brimo, Buba Torre, Rob Gray, and Arturas Malaknis. And remember, Tofas almost forcing overtime in the last game. Rob Gray, who was really good for 3 quarters, maybe not so much in the fourth, but was still one of the best players in the game, missed a 3 right at the end that would have forced the overtime, and that came after a crazy sequence, a turnover, a bad pass, which Tofas were able to pick off. And well, you know what? It was a road game. They could have gotten the win or at least forced overtime. They did not. So now it's all about survival and just playing the game that is right in front of you. And I'm sure that Ike would like nothing more than to get away from here with a win, any kind of win tonight, to avoid that deciding third game. As the season wears on, you play a lot of games. Players might get injured. Whatever happens, you want to take care of business when you can. And if you can get a sweep and you can advance that way, of course, that is the preferred way to do it. The play-ins, of course, have been a great addition to the Basketball Champions League. This is the second season of the play-ins. Remember last year, Lenovo Tenerife had to go through the play-ins, and not only did they advance, but they won the title. So just because you do not go straight to the round of 16 from the initial group play doesn't mean you do not have a team what it takes to go all the way. You see the Ike players coming out tonight and being introduced. We did get a glimpse of McGriff over there, not dressed out, supporting the team from the bench tonight. And here's Tofas, and really remembering how they started in the last game. It seemed like, you know, they had the proper focus, everything. It was just they ran into a buzzsaw once Ike woke up and really knuckled down, especially on defense, and started to control the game. It was going to be a really tough ask. I thought that Tofas did a really good job on the road. See Tyler Ennis making some big plays late, some big three-pointers to keep their hopes alive. And it's all about, you know, they still control their own destiny. And really in sports, that's all you can hope for, all you can ask for, rather, is to be in control of your own destiny. But it just so happens that those two Greek coaches are going to trade blows, and the pressure is on Priftis because he has to win 2 games to get to the round of 16 now, whereas Kanzouris and Ike need to win just 1 game. So fully expect yet again another entertaining encounter here in Bursa tonight. So remember, 73-70 was the result of the first game. Yanis Strelnieks hitting the late, or rather the go-ahead three-pointer with less than 5 minutes remaining. And Tofas, meanwhile, have only won 3 out of their last 13 total games combined with the BCL and domestic league in Turkey. So they have really got to be mentally tough here over this coming week, starting with tonight and then getting another win, they would hope, over the weekend in Turkey, and then winning again in the Basketball Champions League to advance. One thing that is a bit concerning, obviously, for Tofas, they've lost 3 out of their last 4 home games in the Basketball Champions League, and that's going back to last season. And in the last game, in the last game that Ike played, of course, against Tofas, they became the 2nd team to reach 100 games in the Basketball Champions League, along with Tenerife. But they have lost 10 of their last 12 away games in the Basketball Champions League. 4 of their 5 trips to visit Turkish teams in the competition as well have ended in defeats. Referees for tonight: Johan Rosso from France, the crew chief in the middle, Wojciech Liszka. Also in the frame on the right from Poland, and real quickly, the other referee is Beniamo Manuel Attard from Italy. And you see the matchup tonight, Gray and Strelnieks. Yeah, those two guys, they are gamers. And you look at their numbers, and yeah, that 49%, you might think it's not that big a deal when you consider that Rob Gray shooting 39% is really good. But when you also remember that Strelnieks When push came to shove, hit the big three-pointers at the end, and Rob Gray did not. Well, maybe that does tell a story in itself. Ike with the starting five tonight with Dimitris Flionis, Isaiah Miles, Kenny Williams, Akil Mitchell, and Strelniaks. And Flionis, a player that just seems to get better as the game goes along. It's really been fun watching him play for this Ike team here in the Basketball Champions League. And I'm impressed by this guy, Ilias Kanzouras. Yeah, they have been on the ropes in the Basketball Champions League this season. He has kept a cool head and steered this ship through stormy waters. Berke Boyuk-Tongel, an exciting young 18-year-old talent. Berk Urlu, Brimo, Bubatore, and Rob Gray in the starting five tonight for Tofas. And like you look at Tofas, again, we talked about losing 3 out of their last 4 home games in the Basketball Champions League, and also conceding that average there, which is, well, read into that what you want. And for Ike Mitchell, 16-plus points in his last 3 Basketball Champions League games. He has been on a tear, and again, for my money, one of the best players in this competition. So Dimitris Priftis, I thought very cleverly answered that first question before the game and then got out of dodge before the second one could be asked. But he shed a lot of light on the subject and probably felt like there wasn't much more to say. So he made his path to the court to get ready for the game. And Rob Gray, again, just such a wonderful player, really had a solid game last time. It was almost a shame to see it end the way that it did. Hello everybody, we are underway here in the Tofas Nilüfer Spor Salonu in Bursa, Turkey. It's the Basketball Champions League. It's game 2 of the round of 16 play-in between Tofas Bursa in the green and Ike in the dark uniforms. And Boyuk-Tongel missing with the first attempt. So Flionis crosses midcourt, and Ike, who do have a habit of starting slow, at least in the games that I've called this year, but then picking it up when their backs are against the wall. They'll be looking for a better start tonight. But that is not a good start as Miles misses from right at the elbow. Here's Gray with shot clock down to 7. Gray pulls up and knocks it down. First 2 points of the game from the explosive Gray. Ball batted out of bounds. 6 seconds on the shot clock. And here's Toure also reaching around and knocking it out of bounds. Toure was really solid in that last encounter. Strelniaks with a runner, misses everything. The pass goes out, and the knockdown three-pointer from Miles. So that time the bad shot actually helps Ike get another shot up, and they get the three-pointer. They capitalize. Gray with the lob and the throwdown from Toure. That is just an excellent play with Mitchell going over. I'm not sure that he needed to go over and leave Toure. He just left him wide open for the jam. Flionis lobs it in. Now Mitchell fouled as he goes up. And Boyuk Tungel gives the ball to the referee. Here it is again. And he kind of lost it as he goes up. This was the second opportunity, the three-pointer that was made by Miles. So Erlu is a whistle for the foul. And Mitchell makes the first. Mitchell had 16 points, 7 rebounds in the last game. In game one, he was also 4 of 6 at the free throw line. He's made his first 2 here. And now Ike have taken the lead. Erlu, Turkey International. Over to the 18-year-old Boyuk Tungel. Erlu, nice dribbling. Toure saves it before it goes out of bounds. Nope, in fact, he did not save it. He stepped out of bounds. And yeah, you could see his right foot was just on the out of bounds line. That was before Toure getting in and dunking home the lob. And now the bump, and Rob Gray with the contact fouls Flionis. That's what you call a controlled bump. Just kind of slides up there, hoping he's not going to get the foul. But Wojciech Liszka, one of the more experienced referees, calls it. And the pressure from Tofas forces a turnover from Ike. Tofas did score a lot of points off turnovers early on in that last game, but in the end it was Ike that had 21 points off of the 17 turnovers of Tofas that won the day. Gray has it knocked away. Mitchell in the open floor and passes to Miles, who absorbs the contact, gets the shot. Look at Miles go after it. Oh, he's not going to be denied. That's what you call playing through the contact, Miles, and he is strong. He really is a solid pro, showing it on that possession, really showing it for this team in their last few Basketball Champions League games. Mitchell with the foul. Remember, if it does go to a game 3, it will be like the last game. It'll be behind closed doors in the Basketball Champions League for Ike because of punishment for what their fans got up to before their final game against Reggio Emilia, the final home game. Here's Rob Gray talking about in the regular season. Ball knotted out of bounds. And it feels like Ike a little sharper tonight here in the early going, a little more focused and concentrated, and probably helps to be in hostile territory with all of these fans cheering on Tofas, making a lot of noise tonight, sensing the importance of the occasion. And the pass gets away from Suleiman Bramo. Penetration, Flionis back outside. Flionis short. And Gray lost his handle. Able to get it back before he turns it over. Here's Gray again. Gets in, and this time he does turn it over. Strelnieks. So the foul out on the perimeter is number 3 on Tofas. As Bubatore, you can see he caught Strelnieks right in the face. Now Malaknis checks into the game as Boyuk Tunjo goes out. Malaknis pretty quiet in the last outing. Scored just 3 points on 1 of 5 shooting. That was a 1 of 5 shooting from 3-point range, in fact. And the dump, and look at Mitchell catch it and go up and throw it down. So Xanthopoulos comes in, and his first contribution is to put it on a platter for Akil Mitchell. Alarm bell is going to start ringing here for Tofas if they don't get another basket, and that's what Bubatore does. He takes care of business, his second jam of the game, and once again takes the feed from the point guard, and he knows what to do with it. Now the pass, batted and deflected, rather lost out of him. An over and back violation. Mitchell went for it. Not sure if Strelnieks was telling Mitchell he didn't need to touch it before it went over, but anyway, he's going to go out, and Frazier's going to come in. And the guard play of Ike has been really solid in the last few games. Xanthopoulos has been terrific. Strelnieks, obviously, also Frazier has been a real gamer. There is a three-pointer and shot clock violation, so not a good possession as Tyler Ennis has to launch it right at the end, his first attempt. A little flush from Mitchell. Know that Tyler Ennis' brother Dylan plays in the Basketball Champions League. That's the second dunk from Bubatore. Dylan Ennis plays for Galatasaray. Deion Thompson comes in for Toure. So a couple of former North Carolina Tar Heels on the court with Kenny Williams in the game for Ike. And Deion Thompson on the court for Tofas. Thompson also plays for Cote d'Ivoire's national team. Here is Suleiman Brimo, the Nigerian, committing the foul a long way from the basket. There's Kenny Williams. Getting tangled up, getting bumped from Suleiman Brimo. Suleiman Brimo looks like he's in pretty good shape. Now, what's going on? As they check something at the commissioner's table, Suleiman Brimo wants to get his point across, which is allowed as long as he does it respectfully. So I think he's made his point and needs to head over to the bench. So timeout here, just past the midway point of the first quarter. Ike leading at 9-6. I don't think there is a timeout. It was just that the players went over to the benches because Rosso wanted to check something out. Not sure what the issue was, whether it was a scoring issue or a clock issue. But 14 fouls on Tofas, Ike rather, with only 1. So the next foul, it's a long way to go to be over the limit. Xanthopoulos goes behind his back end, is trying to get it away from him. The lob And going up for it, Mitchell not able to control it this time. The ball goes out of bounds. So again, the Tofas crowd coming out tonight and forced to support their team as they try to force a deciding third game in this best-of-3 play-in series. There's Thompson missing, but Suleiman Brimo with the putback. Brimo had some foul issues in the last game and ended up with only 3 points in the game in 18 minutes. Never got on track. Frazier, his pass intercepted. Here comes Malaknas, the Lithuanian. Nice spin, Erlu, and the dunk to Brimo, who again goes up and scores, and the foul as well. He's got a chance for a three-point play. Good break. What about Erlu? What can you say about him? Nice catch and nice pass. This is not easy. He catches it. Look at that. Avoids Xanthopoulos, and then he says, oh, the big fella. I'm going to get him the basketball. And Brimo does a great job of catching it in traffic, but does not make the free throw. That foul called on Kenny Williams. Frazier to Mitchell. Back outside to Xanthopoulos. He's wide open. Ennis, good defense from Xanthopoulos. He's winning those opening exchanges with Ennis. Yeah, there is again Brimo, this time not able to control, or rather Deion Thompson not able to control it. As their intention clearly to get those high percentage looks. This time unsuccessfully. Xanthopoulos whips it. And across court, the shot missed by Miles. Erlu into the paint. Brings it back out. And then Ennis fouled out of the wing by Xanthopoulos, who then just walks away from Ennis. I want to think about going over and offering him a hand up. Look at this. Well, Xanthopoulos could argue that Ennis was looking for the foul and went down pretty easily. The Susi-Yengis, Finland national team, big man Alexander Madsen has checked into the game for Ike. Malaknas fouled as he puts it up. And free throws coming. Kenny Williams called for the reach. And Williams clearly reaching in and grabbing the arm. So that is now 14 fouls on Ike. Ennis high off the glass. No, it was blocked, I think, by Williams. And Xanthopoulos takes it the other way. Frazier, skip pass. Now another skip pass over to Miles, who goes in from the baseline, hands it off to Madsen. The ball knocked out. Miles very alertly passes it back to Madsen. No, the credit. The block shot was from Madsen at the other end. This time Madsen has the ball knocked out of his hands. So Brimo picks up foul number 2 here late in the first quarter and has to go out of the game. Boyub Tungel comes back in. Priftis having to rely on his youngsters. Rob Gray also back in the game. Erlu goes out. That's never a good thing. And Madsen off target with the first. Wow, Madsen misses both shots. So Ike still trailing 10-9. Madsen, another of those players that'll be at the World Cup with Finland. One would think. I'm pretty certain he'll make it. Here is Ennis missing inside, but a foul called against Ike as they battle for the rebound. And the foul on Madsen as he got tangled up with Deion Thompson. And now it's Thompson's turn to miss a free throw. Thompson goes 1 of 2 to take it up to an 11-9 lead. So full court pressure, which Ike break easily. It's almost as if they anticipated that pressure. Tunjel coming out guarding Frazier. Wouldn't be surprised if Frazier, nope. Thought he might try to blow it past him. And this time Madsen throws it down low. Goes off the net and out of bounds. Tunjel puts it on the deck, gets into the paint, and the whistle blows, and another foul. This one on Madsen. So Kanzur is really going at Madsen right now as he goes out of the game. And another missed free throw for Thompson. He's now 1 of 3. Misses both, but Ennis gets the rebound, passes it back outside to Gray, who is wide open. Can you believe it? A three-pointer. Talking about getting punished for not getting the rebound off the missed free throw. And worryingly for Ike, Rob Gray has been able to, look at that. The three-pointer puts the guns back into the holster. He's been able to see the basketball go through the hoop, and Xanthopoulos puts his hands up to his head to say, that was my guy. Timeout, Ike.
Press break. Isaiah, Georgian, Taxi. After. Correct. But listen, deliver the ball. Then whoever is one cut in the middle and we go like this. And we go to run with Giannis and Isaiah 14. Taxi. Okay. Then next play. Stamp side. You enter. Giannis is here. Taxi, okay, Hebs. Listen, stay mental in the game.
Kanzur seeing enough, calls the timeout. And Tofas should have gained some confidence from their performance last week. It was not a bad loss. It was just a hard-fought game. It was never going to be easy. I don't think it helped that it was behind closed doors for either team, really. But Tofas, in the end, they came within a made three-pointer right at the end of forcing overtime. So that was game 1. This is game 2. And the series has been just as good as we anticipated. Miles missing it from deep. And here's Ennis. And the bump. So Mitchell goes out with his second foul. 37.7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So both bigs, Bramo and Mitchell, picking up a couple of fouls here early. And Ennis goes to the line and makes the first. He's such a great player, going back to his days at Syracuse, where he played for Jim Boeheim. Spent some time in the NBA. Of course, has had to fight through some injuries in Europe, but has battled back, and still probably the best yet to come from Tyler Ennis. Fleonis comes back into the game. Xanthopoulos takes a seat. Boy, it was close to not getting the basketball over midcourt in time. Here's the lob, and Boyuk Tunjel reaches in. He read it perfectly and stole it. Gives it to Ennis now, who alertly brings. No, he's going to hand it off, and they're going to take the layup. Good, smooth move. I'll tell you what, that kid right there is going to be raising eyebrows right about now. Nice play. The only thing is they gave Ike the ball back with time. And Boyuk Tunjel with the rebound. So perhaps not how you draw it up, but at the end of the day, they get the last 2 points, and Tofas lead it 18-9 over Ike at the end of one. So much better for Tofas, just 1 of 2 from deep, 1 of 6 for Ike. Tofas missing some free throws, but overall 6 of 10 inside the arc, just 2 of 7 for Ike, who look a little bit out of sync right now. They started well, but they've got some struggles. Here's a look back at the first quarter action. So Rob Gray come out, hit that shot. Then, of course, he later hits a three-pointer after a missed free throw from a teammate. Miles had a positive start hitting that three-pointer. This was Gray with the lob to Bobature. This was Miles continuing to stay after it. And then the pass to Mitchell, who goes in for the two-handed jam. Erlu also getting it to Toure for the dunk. This was, again, the penetration from Erlu coming in from the left for that great catch and spin. And Suleiman Bramo with the good handles puts it up. This is Rob Gray hitting that three-pointer after the missed free throw. So Kenny Williams back into the game. Gets it to Fleonis, who's guarded by Rob Gray. Madsen, another foul, and he's going to have to come out. He's got 3. Just got there a little late. 3 fouls on Madsen, so the fouls accumulating for the bigs in this game. Mitchell has 2. Kenny Williams also has 2. He's in the game. Shooting guard. Malaknis from deep misses everything. So the hounding defense gets up, and you can see where Malaknis has had a couple of shots to the bridge of his nose. Fleonis gets it across midcourt. Tuncel trying to run through Mitchell. Picks up his first foul. Deion Thompson now comes out and guards, and not able to prevent Mitchell from getting to the basket. He's going to win most of the battles, Mitchell. He's just quick, tough, athletic. Here he is going up against Thompson. And great follow by Tyler Ennis. Fleonis. Strelnieks, his bounce pass, batted out of bounds. 8 on the shot clock. A couple of Baltic players exchanging smiles. Malaknis of Lithuania. Strelnieks of Latvia. So Deion Thompson goes back out of the game as Toure comes back in. Prista's trying to keep his bigs fresh. Now the pass down low. Great catch from Williams. Gets it over to Strelnieks for 3. Well, getting a glimpse of why he's a 49% three-point shooter coming into this game. He is lights out. Erlu. Tuncel almost went for that pass, but it was for Malaknis, who comes out, and that was online, but well short. Malaknis struggling from deep right now. Williams left open and buries a three-pointer. And Ike have closed the gap to just 3 points. Good looking shot from Kenny Williams. That's 2 threes. Strelnieks and then Williams, and suddenly it's a 3-point game.
Because we went to this help because of the back door, and it's another 2 points of this penetration, this guy Mitchell. Let's go, guys. Don't suicide. And the most important is that we hit terrible offenses. These offenses that we made is horrible. Let's go 1-on-1 full up, okay? Execute full up on the way. I want the flex pick to be here, okay? Not to cheat. Guys, after off screen, don't stop. Continue playing with the drag action. Like we did in the morning. Let's go, continue playing, don't stop.
Well, the one thing that we know about these battles in the Basketball Champions League, and including in this one, is you got to play all 40 minutes. There are going to be highs and lows. Basketball is a game of runs, but also, dips in form, coaching, tactical adjustments. I mean, it is. You will see it all in a game like this. It's a chess match. And right when it looks like a team like Tofas has got a chance to really get a grip on the game, Ike comes storming back to pull to within 3 points. Gray hands it off to Erlu.
Hücum hakkı yeniden takımımız Tofaş'ta. Hücum süresi 11 saniye. Desteğimiz devam ediyor.
And another foul called on Ike, and it was the hold. So Konstantinos Papadakis picks up his second foul. Tunjel. Oh. Tried to put him in a spin cycle. In the end, he traveled. One spin too many. And Mitchell just kind of stood his ground. I almost think he gave Mitchell too much respect there. So eventually, you got to go up with the basketball. Pass to the corner. Outside it goes. Williams, same spot as last, and ties it with his second three-pointer of the quarter. That is a beautiful release from Kenny Williams. That's his reputation. Rob Gray, his pass, one pass too many. Oh, beautiful no-look pass, and on the break, they miss it. Hustling down is Toure to prevent the 2 points. Erlu pulls up, and he misses badly. Tofas have gone ice cold. Fleonis, skip pass over to Strelniaks and back over to Mitchell. This time short, but a full meter and a half away from the arc. He's fouled from Milaknis, and you know what that means. 3 free throws for Williams. Well, Milaknis just aware of Williams being hot. Just got a little too close, and Williams only too happy to draw the contact and to get to the free throw line. Wow, how about that? How do you explain it? Player like Williams hits the 3-pointers, then he gets closer to the basket at the free throw line. Nobody's guarding him, and he misses 2 free throws. And then it becomes a real mental battle, and he's able to get the third. And Kansouras arguing that Tofas touched the ball before it was tapped in. Or no, he's arguing that his player tapped it in on the offensive rebound. But no, that appeal is going to fall on deaf ears. Nice turn from Thompson. Oh, I see. He was arguing that Tofas went up and got a hand on it before it went in, and it did look like he actually touched it. Tofas might have gotten a break there. Bounce pass on the backdoor cut, and Strelniak scores. Ike back in front. Good response from Ike. They trailed by 9 points, 18-9 at the end of the opening quarter. And they have come back and outscored Tofas 14-4 in the second. Papadakis, meanwhile, picks up his third foul and has to exit the court. Well, that was a very touch foul, just in the lane, getting ready to go for the rebound, and had his hand on the AEK player. Gray pulls up and knocks it down. He just has to score consistently for this team to have a chance. You just feel like that. Williams comes in from the baseline. The bounce pass, the right idea, but it wasn't delivered well, and Erlu just beautifully goes down and attacks on the break. Strelniaks crosses midcourt. Tyler Ennis, back in the game. And Toure called for the foul on Mitchell. So Kenny Williams takes a seat. Frazier back in the game. Beautiful bounce pass, Strelniaks to Frazier. Wow. How about that for teamwork? Quick pass down low, and Thompson goes up, misses, stays with it. And they pass it back out. Toure. Oh, what a play! Looked like he was going to pass it, and then he goes, I'm going to do a Statue of Liberty. Look at this. Just cuts to the basket and throws it down. Toure. Now Mitchell, and his pass intercepted by Toure. Erlu quickly up to Gray, and what a play. Boy, Erlu is just pulling some strings, isn't he? Wonderful counter from the team in green. Thompson blocks the path. Toure comes in, steals the pass that was intended for Miles, and then Erlu, with the sweetest, deftest of touches, gets the basketball to Miles.
On all the advantages, they come. So we have to be ready to kick the ball out. Then, gentlemen, I need a 2 rebounding zone. I need a 2 rebounding zone. Catch the ball in balance and move the ball to the other side. Listen, we run press breaker. You ready? First offense. Giannis is here. We run horse move option. So.
Well, the ebb and flow of these games is something else. I mean, right when you think one team has got the momentum, the other team snatches it. Tofas go back up 30-25. AEK knows full well as a club what it's like to win the title. They did it in year 2 of the Basketball Champions League in Athens, and they would love to do it again. First of all, they got to get to the round of 16, and Tofas not making it easy. Here's the pass down low to Frazier, and he finishes over Ennis. Thompson with Miles on his back goes up and scores, and they're going to tell Miles not to flop.
Tyler Ennis.
So you be the judge. I can see why the ref made that call, and they called the foul and the technical, or rather they just called the technical because of the flop. But Ennis not able to take advantage. So 5-point game for Tofas. And how about Frazier? Boy, he is taking over now. Frazier perhaps drawing some inspiration from the great Walt Frazier. It was almost some hooping and scooping like Walt Frazier. Flionis drills it. Here comes Ike. Ennis. Torrey trying to get the pass down low. Erlu drives in. What a finish. Are you kidding me? It looks like Erlu goes to his left hand, and he's also fouled. Look at this. Wow. Erlu is just taking his game to new heights. Absolutely sublime finish. Draws the foul from Strelnieks, who I think is somewhat mesmerized by the play. And now Ike get into early. So another attempt for Erlu. And again, he misses. And there at the other end, Strelnieks misses, but how about Mitchell? Quick on the offensive rebound, put back. Thompson, nice touch from the big fella. Deion Thompson, 36-31 now for Tofas. Miles for three, that's short. It goes off of Toure, out of bounds. So 17 on the shot clock, and we're going to catch a glimpse as Torrey goes out of bounds. Now they're going to double check maybe. I didn't see if that was the coach's challenge or not. Egadimir comes into the game meanwhile for Torrey. Okay, this will be the best view, perhaps. They might overturn this. It looks like they might be right, but I'm not sure it shows it clearly. Yeah, it looks like it goes off of Mitchell's left shoulder. I'm fairly certain that they have challenged this because of Torrey would have gone over and said, "It's not off me." So indeed, they overturn it and go the other way, and he says, Rosso says, yes, it went off of Mitchell's left shoulder. So every possession important, and Tofas now will try to capitalize on getting the basketball back here late in the first half. 1.5 minutes remaining. Leading by 5 points. Ennis. Erlu, we've seen him do it all tonight. And now we see him hit the three-pointer. That really has to make fans in Turkey happy, seeing Erlu playing at the high level that he has been. He has been terrific. Now Miles from a long way out and strokes it. Gets that 3 points right back. Erlu was such a talent coming up with Turkey's youth national teams and just seemed to struggle taking it to the higher level, but he has really turned it up a notch the last couple of years. There's an offensive foul, however, and that turns it back over as Ege Demir calling the foul. Yeah, just kind of moving his left leg. He's got to know better than that. As Strelnieks goes over. Priftis trying to buy some time for Bouba Touré, getting him out of the game. Strelnieks and Tyler Ennis commits the foul, and that's free throws. Strelnieks cuts the deficit to 3 points. Now Xanthopoulos enters the fray as well. And we have a timeout here as Tofas Bursa going to look to draw up some strategy for the end of game.
We play songs, and I want us to insist to pass the ball inside, okay? So, Ralph, go in advance over here, Beth be over here, Dennis be over here, be 4 and 5, and remember, wherever Rob goes, you go to the opposite guy and you screen him. If it's a man-to-man, do the same thing. So you go and you screen his man, you go baseline, you seal here.
So that was Erlu's three, and then Miles right at the other end, despite Thompson flying at him, was able to get the three-pointer right back. Interesting, we've not seen Emre Tanishad yet. Xanthopoulos, one of the players in that AEK team that won the title back in year number 2 of the Basketball Champions League. Ball inbounded now to Erlu, picks up the dribble, gets it to midcourt, and look at him break the press with the pass. There is Gray, and then they follow up the miss. Oh, good effort by Erlu, and he is fouled by Frazier. Clearly trying to get the 2 for 1. That's why they got the shot up as quickly as they did. So the foul puts Berk Erlu on the free throw line. And the free throw line hasn't been kind tonight for this Tofas Bursa team. Just 3 of 9. Erlu is 0 for 1. This time takes his time and makes it. So because of this, with 30.9 seconds left, if he can make this, Tofas might be able to get it back for one last chance. One final possession, or even if he misses, which he did now, Ike, bring it forward. Boy, who would have thought the free throw line would be such a problem tonight? Just 4 of 10 for Tofas. That could come back to haunt them. Ike putting it up in the lane, and Frazier continues his fine play. So one last opportunity here for Tofas. Erlu. Gray. Erlu puts it up, and how about that? Erlu just keeps his concentration. Maybe he needs somebody guarding him to make it a little bit harder, because he knocks that one down. So struggling at the free throw line, but with the pressure, with the hands in the face, he's able to knock it down. We're at halftime. Tofas Bursa leading Ike 42-38 in game 2 of the round of 16 play-in. Ike lead the series 1-0. So despite the free throw shooting being poor for both teams, it's been an entertaining game rather, and you can see that Tofas winning the rebounding battle. Ike with one more steal. Erlu with that last basket takes him to a game-high 10 points. Rob Gray has 9. Mitchell and Miles each with 8 points for Ike. Strelnieks has 7.
What was the most important point in the first half?
Most important part of the first half, we got to do better on the glass.
So what was the most successful thing in your team?
We're moving the ball, we're moving with cuts, changing direction, changing speed, but like I said, we got to hit the glass a little harder. Thank you.
What is the most important point in this first half?
First half, defensively we play soft. You know, they are an aggressive team, and they have big guys and cut very faster, and it's gonna give us a hard time. But defensively we have to be stronger, and offensively we are in rush a little bit. So we are in our home court. We need up-tempo game, but also 5-on-5. We need to be more smart.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So 42-38 the lead for Tofas Bursa, and here's a look back at the first half highlights. And Tofas Bursa getting 10 points from Berg Erlu, 7 from Deion Thompson, also 9 from Rob Gray. They are the leading scorers. They've overcome a poor effort at the line, just 4 of 11. Just 2 of 6 from deep, but they have hit 16 of 25 shots inside the arc. For Ike, well, 8 points apiece for Isaiah Miles and Akeelah Mitchell, 7 for Kenny Williams. and also 7 for Strelnieks, but they too have had some issues at the line. Just 5 of 9. They have hit 5 of 12 from three-point range, but they are 9 of 15 inside the arc. So 10 less shots inside the arc attempted and 7 less makes for them. You heard Akili Mitchell talking right before halftime about the need to get to the boards, to be, you know, it's going to be dependent on that, their success, that, and Tofas, I think they know they're in for a battle here. Just 42-38. It's a 4-point game. Anything can happen down the stretch, and again, this is game 2. Tofas Bursa needing to win this game to force a 3rd game in the play-in series. If that game 3 is played, it'll be handled next week in Athens. So Mitchell and Frazier, a lot of options on the court for Ike, and remembering how they were able to come out really strong in the second half last week and win at home 73-70 over Tofas. Tofas will be alert, and they know that only half the battle has been won. Earlier though, look at him, he has been terrific. This was just one of his many outstanding plays. Not only does he have the 10 points, he has 5 assists. He's only turned it over once. Really solid at the point guard spot. So Mitchell with the 8 points and 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Once again, doing a little bit of everything to help Ike in this battle against Tofas Bursa. Just, you know that he is going to produce. I mean, it's not an if situation with him. It is the knowledge that Kansuris, if he has him out on the court, he knows what he's going to get from Mitchell. And there he is, even with that beautiful bounce pass on the backdoor cut. Running the plays and showing why he's one of the top players in European basketball. Strelnieks finishing nicely there. And for Tofas, Rob Gray, seems like a quiet game for him. He's got 9 points. We know that Bergerulu actually has 10 points to lead them in scoring, but Rob Gray with the 9 points, 3 of 5 inside the arc. And Rob Gray also 1 of 1 from deep. So at halftime it's 42-38. Tofas Bursa on top of Ike here in the Tofas Nilufer Sport Salono. We'll be right back for the start of the second half.
Barbosa, intercepted by Weiss. Osamiroglu. Weiss, this time he doesn't miss.
Outside the arm. Turn this over, behind the back. Easy pass, easy score, easy fast break execution.
Midcourt. And down low, and there's Mitchell. He knew it was only a matter of time. out as well.
Break the zone defense down, the full court pressure. Well, there's interception, and Goa all the way. Akshamlar. Good night, Kashyaka. That is for you.
Coach, what do you have to do in the second half?
We need to eliminate our turnovers. I believe we didn't take care of the ball. We need to execute better against their defensive choices. And we need to have better reaction at the loose balls.
What do you have to do? What do you have to proceed in the second half?
First of all, being more aggressive defensively, because on the second quarter, our defense was unacceptable. We received almost 30 points.
Well, you heard the coaches talking about what their teams needed to do, and of course, Prip just brought up a great point. Gave up 29 points in that second quarter.
So I have Isaiah here after the screen with Leonis. You go there. Akil, you pop. Tim, screen your man. Okay, and Kenny, come at the line there to shoot the ball. Then nothing happens. We keep on moving the ball and we attack the pick and roll. If it's man-to-man, we run C. But without any...
Always put your hand on this flare pass. Okay, so these guys here either switch or expect this and play top block. Okay, play better top block here. Whoever it is, either Tyler or Rob. Okay, so push him in, not to receive the flare. Okay.
Hey, coach.
You go to the Lennox, you go to the
the ball, you go to the third guard. He goes to the ball.
Whatever they're gonna flare, you know you already be like in help because the ball be here.
Yes, but no, if they go, they drive like this. When you see this drive here, put your hand over here like a defense and reject this flare action, okay? Listen to me. Be ready again for 32. Listen, now we have to believe. Okay, let's go.
20 minutes, let's go, eh? Now be on 3 out. All right.
From both coaches, and also a really nice exchange there, I thought, with Mitchell and Madsen. Mitchell making sure that he was being supportive of Madsen. I've got your back. We're teammates. We're doing this together. That was a really good sign that this AEK team is pulling together in the right direction. Well, we are underway in the second half. Tofas Bursa leading 42-38 over AEK. Erlu, Ennis, Bramo, Torre, and Gray on the court for Tofas, and trying to get some success with that lob down low like they did early on in the game to Torre. This time Mitchell was ready and was able to deflect it or block it. And now a hold has been called. So Miles picks up his second foul. A quiet game for Ennis. Here he is with the basketball. Out to Gray. Gray pulls up and can't get it to go. Miles hands it off to Frazier. Frazier, Flionis, Miles, Williams, and Mitchell all on the court for the team in black. A little runner from Flionis, and he can't get it to go. Now Erlu, quick pass. Gray takes it into the corner to Brimo. They try to pass it into open space, and there's Ennis driving in and fouled by Flionis. Really pretty tough defense from Flionis, but you can appreciate Ennis. He needs to get involved in the offense for this team to have a real chance to win this game, and he knows it. So he earns a trip to the line. Five points for Ennis. But the free throw struggles continue. So AEK as a team, Tofas as a team, just 5 of 13 from the free throw line, and that three-pointer cuts the deficit to 2. It's the third 3 of the game for Kenny Williams. That is being locked and loaded. He was ready to put it up right when he caught the basketball. So this time the foul called on Frazier, who looks like he's tweaked his back a little bit. Shot clock down to 5. Uh-oh, Ennis in trouble. And his pass goes through the legs of Brimo. Tofas living dangerously, up by just 2 points. Frazier for three, and that was long. Ennis, three-point shot from Erlu. Not sure if that was deflected as well. Ennis open. His attempt rattles out. Now the pass from Frazier goes out of bounds. Now Rob Gray throws it out of bounds. So both teams a little bit confused offensively. Turnovers are toxic. They will beat you if you continue to turn it over. Here's Flionis. Drives in, and boy, silky smooth. Seems like it's always the case with Flionis. He plays better in the second half. He really becomes much more assertive offensively. Just no flow in the offense of Tofas right now. Brimo gets inside, tries to go under, and Miles with the rebound, and Ike with a chance to take the lead. Frazier, almost a charge. Frazier gets it to Mitchell, gets rejected by Toure. And then the foul called on Flionis. Look at that, the rim protection from Toure. And then Flionis reaches in and commits to foul. Big. Well, who am I kidding? Every play is big. Ennis goes out. So Malaknis re-enters the fray. Gray to Toure. And for the third time tonight, Toure goes up and flushes it. He really has done well tonight going up against Mitchell. And here he is again, another block. Mitchell asking for the goal interference, the goaltend, but it's not called. Now Gray misses, but Bramo had his hands on it. Here's Frazier, rebounds and runs. And now Malaknis called for the foul on Miles. Yeah, you can see why Mitchell thought that was on the way down. Didn't have much arc on it, though, did it? I think he might have been right. I'm not even sure it would have gone in. Looked like it was going to be short, but anyway. Tofas Bursa leading it by 2. Ike can reclaim the lead if they knock down a three-pointer. Ooh, Frazier. Here's Mitchell. Quick pass. Miles. Beautiful finish. Erlu down the baseline in a little bit of trouble. Gets it over to Brimo. Open for three and misses everything. Ike outscoring Tofas 7-3. Thompson comes back in for Suleiman Bramo. He's had some struggles in this series. Miles also goes out. And Madsen comes back into the game. Oh, beautiful bounce pass by Strelnieks. Mitchell now has it. He gets denied. They battle for it. Mitchell stays with it and puts it up and in. Ike reclaimed the lead. Thompson backing up on Madsen. Back to Erlu. And Erlu, again, much like I talked about, Ennis having to be a bigger part of this offense. Erlu has to score, but they get it down, and Kenny Williams beats the defense down the floor. Erlu again this time, and great defense by Strelnieks. The ball goes off of Berg Erlu and out of bounds. So that was an easy two for Ike, who again outscoring Tofas 11-5 in this quarter. If they win this game, there will be no game 3. Frazier, bounce pass. And Mitchell finishes and goes to the line for a 3-point play. So Frazier gets the credit on the drive, and then the bounce pass, and look at Boyuk Tungel gets in and bumps into Mitchell, who goes right up and scores. So timeout called by Tofas.
This basket that we receive is unacceptable. Can you fucking accept this? Can you fucking accept this transition? We go in offense, starting from you, Ennis. You play very hesitated. Very hesitated. You only pass the ball. You don't go aggressive to the basket. We play now with one foul the whole quarter. With one fucking foul. We just made the second. And we don't fight at all.
Well, alarm bells definitely ringing right now here in Bursa, where Ike have taken a 4-point lead and a chance to go up by 5. Priftis not happy with his team defensively, committing just a couple of fouls in the quarter. He'd rather see Ike go to the line and earn it. So Mitchell takes a deep breath and does indeed complete the 3-point play. 5 points, the advantage for Ike. It's their biggest lead of the game. Now the turnover. Frazier coming the other way. And now the push. Strelnieks for 3, good. Ike right now in the process of lowering the boom, going up by 8 points. Rob Gray short, tries to follow the shot, can't get to it. Mitchell hands it off, and Frazier brings it up for Ike. And really, if it's going to happen for Tofas, it has to happen on the defensive end. They've got to get stops. That foul called on Deion Thompson. So Mitchell gets a well-deserved break, and his team leading by 8. Ennis comes back into the game for Tofas. It's an 8-point deficit, but it feels like it's about 15. Here's Madsen. And Madsen gets in and scores. So Ike's lead grows to 10 points. Ike outscoring Tofas 19-5 in the quarter. Malaknis for 3 and gets a little bit of love for the rim. So a badly needed three-pointer, a little bit of help from the basketball gods. And timeout call from Kansouris.
Now this guy will take shots, okay? Press break with real screens. Then we bring the ball down. I have Jenny. I have Tim. I have Giannis. I have Alex. Okay, pay attention. We go to twist clear, Isaiah. Taxi, you are here, pay attention. So Giannis clears out. Isaiah, you come high. We go for this. Alex, on the switch, be ready. On the pass, if nothing happens, go for pick and roll. Nothing happens, ball to Tim, another one. Where you flip or you slip.
Well, they haven't scored much in the quarter, but that three-pointer is about as badly needed as they come for Tofas, who have been outscored 19-8 now in the quarter. But you get the feeling that Ike have the whiff of the sweep, and they are going for it. They want to go ahead and just put this thing to bed. 7 points, the lead for Ike. Ennis trying to stay in front of Frazier. Frazier gets in the paint, then dumps it off. And Madsen fouled from Buyuk Tunjo. Good play from Frazier yet again. His penetration has been a key in this game. And minimal contact, but just enough to draw the foul from Buyuk Tunjo. He now has 4. And Madsen, who misses 2 previous free throws, sinks the first. .2:14 remaining in the third quarter. Over to Ennis. Ennis tries to get some space to shoot it, puts it up just inside the stripe and makes it. Again, it's all about trying to get stops for Tofas right now. And maybe generate some offense off their defense. Here they get the miss from Miles. Ennis. Now to Thompson. He's going at Miles. And good patient move, but doesn't finish. And wow, how about that? A rare mistake from Frazier, not getting the basketball across midcourt in time. Well, this will be perhaps a momentum shifter if they can score at this end, but Ennis off target from deep. So again, Tofas would like to get something going here with Mitchell out of the game, but really struggling. Williams drives in and earns the trip to the line. Kenny Williams goes to the stripe. He's got 12 points tonight. Deion Thompson out with his second foul. Frazier goes out. Rob Gray now comes back into the game for Tofas. And Arturas Malaknis goes back out of the game. So here's Williams. Ike in a very good position right now as he makes the first. And gets the second to drop as well. And back up to a 9-point lead for Ike. Tofas need to keep the scoreboard ticking over. They can't afford to fall any further behind. And Buyuk Tungel travels. Strelnieks, and you just feel like the experience on the court right now for Ike is a lot more, and it's really coming to the fore. Strelnieks turns, misses. Good job, Buyuk Tungel, getting the rebound, then getting it up, and not making it. So Tofas hanging on for dear life for the second quarter in a row. They're outscored this time 23-10, and Ike lead at 61-52. 10 minutes remaining. Well, Ike's numbers keep getting better. 4 more three-pointers. Also, they are 10 of 14 now at the strike. Tofas worse at the free throw line now, 5 of 13. Making some big shots, some three-pointers. He has got a team best, he's got 14 points, and Akil Mitchell has a team high 15 points. In fact, a game high 15 points. Torrey came out. That was a great sequence where he got the block and scored at the other end. Got the block there as well. Miles has been tough again. He's got 10 points, 6 rebounds. Strelnieks quietly having a good game as well. 10 points, 6 assists. He's turned it over 3 times. And Erlu has 12 points and really seems like their biggest weapon tonight. And he needs some help from Gray and from Tyler Ennis. And if he doesn't get it, this thing could be over. Suleiman Brimo comes back into the game. He only has 4 points. And Buyuk Tungel with those 4 remains in the contest. So fourth quarter action underway as AEK go for the sweep. They lead at 61-52. Pass batted out of bounds by Gray right at the last second. The pass intended for Miles. 5 seconds on the shot clock. We're going to see what this Tofas team is made of here. Shot clock about to expire. Strelnieks misses. Good hands by Suleiman Brimo. Then Erlu avoids the foul, gets in, avoids the turnover rather, and then eventually he's fouled. Yeah, he was pulled back by Frazier. Frazier was arguing that he was pushed off, but that was the right call. Gray. No time like the present for him to get hot, and he hits a three-pointer. I mean, both he and Ennis have to step up here in this fourth quarter. Now the drive, and Strelnieks just majestically drives in and puts it up off the glass. Again, the experience coming to the fore. Erlu over to Ennis. And Ennis gets into a good position but doesn't make the shot. Frazier bounce pass Mitchell. And the foul called. How many times has Frazier attacked and then passed? He's probably been the best guard on the court tonight, Frazier. In terms of his playmaking, although Strelnieks has the 6 assists. So not exactly sure what Kantzuris is arguing. But Mitchell with a chance to take it up to a 10-point lead. Well, this is an AEK team. It really does. It is starting to look like a team that could make a deep run in the Basketball Champions League. So Malaknis comes back in for Boyok Tunjo. And the 10-point lead, it's going to be awfully tough for Tofas. I mean, they're going to have to hit some shots here. Gray drives in and again comes up short. Good D from Flionis. Mitchell, where he likes to be, going up against and just ate him up. Akil Mitchell, number 25, scores yet again. He is just a machine. 19 points, 10 rebounds. I mean, how many times have we said that about Mitchell? Double-double. He is just taken over for AEK.
Look, on defense, let's do something to change the momentum of the game. So let's press and switch everybody, all of you switch. Inside this match, we go early red, okay? And we run to any rotation, all right? Let's go, guys, let's go. Still enough time. 2 threes we need. Let's go.
still time, but we're just not seeing any signs of a Tofas comeback, and especially with Strelnieks and Mitchell coming in and taking care of business for Ike on the offensive end. Then you throw Miles into the mix and Frazier, and it is a tough ask for Tofas Bursa, who won the first quarter 18-9, but it's been all Ike since. And the block. And Ike, again, another opportunity to pad their lead. Frazier has done that all night long, put pressure on that Tofas defense. And then when the help comes, he finds the open man. Flionis open. And it's almost a gift for Tofas to come away with the basketball. Here's Ennis. Ennis went up and had it knocked out of his hands, I guess. Frazier goes the other way, puts it up and in. Oh, the charge. Great finish, but it's not going to count. Good job by Bramo taking one for the team and getting it back. Wow, so they are going to count the basketball. They are going to count the basket, rather. So really, I don't think it's a win at all for Tofas, as Frazier pads the Ike lead, taking it up to 14 points. Gray from mid-range. Back to a 12-point deficit. Mitchell takes it across midcourt himself. Now the pass down low, and Rob Gray comes up with the steal. Malagnas for three. That's good. No signs of life for Tofas. Forcing the timeout by Kanzouras, and Miles just caught the basketball, but then as he turned, just kind of lost it. And then Malagnas goes down and hits his second three-pointer of the game. And suddenly the deficit back down to single digits.
Taxi, Janis. Guys, I need the two guards to go to receive the ball. They will not call anything now. Can you listen? First action. If it's zone, we are going to run. Quick for Giannis. Okay, you remember? What? Quick.
So Gray makes this one and gets it back to a 12-point deficit, and then Malagnas makes a three-pointer. Gray having to work hard for his points tonight, scoring over Flionis there. Again, if Ike win this, they sweep the best of three series, the best of three play-in series for the round of 16, 2-0. There's still hope for Tofas, though. 6:19 remaining and down by 9. It's probably the best little spell that they've had since the first quarter But they have to continue to get some stops. Strelniak passes to Williams, who goes in from the baseline, has it knocked out of his hands, but he saves it. Over to Miles for three. Oh, boy, that is a dagger. Wow. Just when Tofas thought they might get the ball back, Williams alertly passes over to Miles, who buries the three. Ennis looks good, rattles out. And the way this game has gone, it feels like the clock is already the enemy of Tofas Bursa. Miles backs up, turns on the baseline. Here's Gray. Avoids Strelniak, gets it to Ennis. Gray drives in. Oh boy, tough take, and he is fouled by Mitchell. He's upset. Gray want to have a chance for a three-point play, and instead he has to settle for 2 free throws, where he has struggled tonight. He was hacked big time by Mitchell. Excuse me, Gray has not taken a free throw tonight, and he makes his first. Takes his time and makes both to get it back to a 10-point deficit. That's very simple. Stops and then points. They've got to get stops. The defense needs to lock down, and the need to prevent those offensive rebounds, those second chance points. Strelniak over to Miles, down low to Mitchell, and he's fouled. Mitchell just is an absolute workhorse. There he gets position on Malaknis, and they're just not going to stop him. Mitchell again. This time with a mismatch. Guarded by Ennis. 3 fouls on Tofas. Williams on the baseline, misses everything, but it was such a bad shot that it fell to Miles, who then passes off to Williams. It's happened a couple of times tonight. Ennis drives in, scores. Mitchell 19 points, Kenny Williams 16. Bramo guarding. Oh, look at that. Ennis comes up with a big steal, just had his hands up. Bounce pass down low, and the foul called on Williams. So that is team foul number 4, with 3:50 remaining. Ike not home and dry yet. And that's why coaches tell their players, get your hands up on defense. Ennis takes the inbounds pass. You can see that he feels it right now. And that's a 7-point deficit for Tofas. Ennis giving them hope. Ike, you want to take some time off the clock every time down. Here's Mitchell. And that was a bad miss. And that was really the first time tonight where it looked like Ike didn't get what they wanted. 3-point attempt, good! They're right back in it, can you believe it? Tofas in the process of rising from the dead. Malaknis, it's a 4-point game. His third 3-pointer of the game. Arturas Malaknis And Ennis, who's been excellent, would have been tempted just to launch one, but instead he did the right thing, finding Malaknis on the wing, and he buries it.
I have the ball. Pass and cut inside with 10 seconds. Hey, come on, stay together, stay together, stay together. You have to go for Mitchell. Okay. Don't switch back now. Stay with the switch. Press break. Okay. We go down. Hey, run. Let's go. Listen, second offense is hard down. But I need a kill to pick and pop and to dive inside.
Well, basketball, just a crazy game. How things can change quickly, especially with the three-point shot. So we've seen Ennis hit a three. Now we've seen Malaknis hit a three. You know, Ike certainly want to take some time off on their trips down the floor. At least it seems that way. And then just a bad shot from Akila Mitchell out of the flow of the offense. He missed it badly. That triggered that, or that led to that possession and basket from Malaknis, and all of a sudden it's a 4-point game. Execution now comes to a premium for Ike. They need to do what they've done for most of the game, and that is execute on offense. Frazier has been terrific with the basketball, with his drives into the paint and dishes. And again, taking time off the clock. Here he is. They don't switch. He drives in, and oh, he misses. It was a great attempt. It didn't go down, and now Rob Gray has it. Tofas get a little lucky. Gray for three. Bremo with the beast of a rebound, almost. The ball goes off of Miles, and it'll stay at this end. Tofas fighting for their Basketball Champions League lives right now. If they lose this game, their BCL season is over. They want to at least force a deciding third game. They have resurrected their hopes in this fourth quarter, outscoring Ike 18-13. But with 2:44 remaining, you just feel like the momentum is essential. They cannot lose the momentum that they've got. Tungel goes out. Ennis getting a couple of extra minutes on the bench. Now he's back in. Erlu back in as well. He's been quiet in the second half. Here's Ennis. Fades. Took a difficult shot. Erlu hustles to the loose ball, though. Comes out. Passes over to Gray. Tofas battling away. Gray mid-range. Misses another one. But a push. And a foul on Ike. Going for the basketball. And yeah, that's a good call. That foul on Frazier. He came out and nudged Bremo out of position. And that is big because that is Frazier's 5th foul. Goodness gracious. The plot thickens. But you have to say that the backcourt is, in terms of depth, is not an issue really for this Ike team. Bremo has really struggled in the 2 games. He's got 4 points tonight. He's 0 for 1 on his only trip to the line. He concentrates and makes the free throw. You can see Ennis again catching his breath. So right now it's Tungel, Bremo, Gray, Malaknis, and Erlu in the game for Tofas. Bremo makes both. And now it's a 2-point deficit. And a little bit of pressure on Ike, who have been in terrific state of mind tonight. But now they're being pushed. This didn't seem possible a few minutes ago. Fleonis puts it up to drive. Oh, look at Mitchell. Nobody boxed him out. Three players going over, paying attention to the driver, and Mitchell just goes in and gets the putback. Burlu. Remember, no Ennis now. He's out of the game. Malaknis. Kunjau, the 18-year-old. Oh, are you kidding me? What a shot! The team sensation. He had to. He steps into it, and that beautiful left-handed jump shot falls, and it's a 1-point lead for Ike. The drive, Strelniaks, and he's fouled. Strelniaks doing what he does best. Rising to the occasion, silencing the crowd, at least with a trip to the line, and perhaps a tad fortunate to get to the line on that. That looked like pretty good defense to me. Yeah, I think that's probably what Suleiman Bramo is saying. That was good D. So Ennis trying to catch his breath. Bramo, his 4th foul. And Strelniaks is at the line. These playing games are utterly fantastic. Frazier has fouled out of the game. So Strelniaks taking center stage in the backcourt. Kenny Williams in the game. Isaiah Miles, Flionis. And Strelniaks makes both. Burlu over to Ennis for 3. Are you kidding me? He's tied the game. Tyler Ennis, 78 apiece. Tofas trying to make a substitution, but the refs are not going to allow it. 1:11 remaining. And Tofas, who really looked down and out, and, you know, we knew that Tyler Ennis had to step up. He just struggled through 3 quarters, but has really come to life in this 4th quarter and now has 15 points. The 3-pointers have been falling in the 4th for Tofas Bursa. Williams, bounce pass, Mitchell, back outside, Strelniaks for 3, good! Ice running in his veins, number 32, Strelniaks. And just like the first game, hits a big 3. There's Ennis, though, drives, spins, and puts it up and in. He is showing his quality, folks, right now. Tyler Ennis. Inside the final minute now, 30 seconds to go, in fact. Flionis, big possession. Flionis, good! And now it begs the question, will Ike allow Tofas to attempt a 3-pointer? Oh, boy, the clutch shot, the shot making here at the end. And Flionis, again, who gets better as the game goes along, follows Strelniaks' 3-pointer. That was Ennis who cut it back to a 1-point game. Tofas with the timeout. Let's listen up.
Sulev, Ennis. No. Milas. Down, pick to rope. Watch the ball a little bit here. Approach him the ball. Sprint your own man. Use it. Look, it's not only this pass. If you struggle, maybe Milas get the ball here from the ball side. Okay? Hey, if we miss it, we make immediately foul. If we don't, we try to steal and then we make a foul. Okay? We end it, we make a foul. Okay? Have offense.
Well, we know they want the 3-pointer. But you have to wonder if Ike are going to allow them to attempt a three-pointer. I would suggest they should not allow them to, because Tofas have definitely been making their three-pointers in this fourth quarter. In other words, it's a mistake if they let them go down and attempt one. So they advance to basketball. They've got a few three-point shooters out there. In fact, all 5 players on the court can hit the three. They get it to Bremo, hands it off, and Rob Gray puts it up, and I think Wojciech Liszka is saying he was fouled before the shot. It doesn't matter, even if he was fouled on the shot, taking the shot from inside the arc, he only gets 2 free throws. So Ennis goes out, Mitchell picks up his 4th foul, and the vital free throw game continues for Rob Gray, who takes his time and makes the first, the former Houston standout. So he will try to make this, and then they will try to get a steal, and if they can't get it, they will commit a foul. He makes both. So now it's Tofas trying to come up with a play on defense. Can they get a steal? Can they force a turnover? And Malaknis comes up and commits the foul. Flionis. This will be Dimitri Flionis' first free throw attempts of the game on the season, hitting 75% of his attempts. Dimitris Flionis. In fact, it's his first free throws attempted in this play-in series. Never a doubt, he looked confident. "25 years of age, 1.85 meters in height, that's 6 feet 1 inches. And Flionis will try to stretch it to a 3-point lead. It is absolutely essential Tofas has to box out here, but in the end he makes it. So now, again, will Ike foul so they don't get a 3-point attempt? Ennis. No, they do not. Bremo for 3. Oh, he had a chance. And, oh, they get the steal. No, the foul called. You can't blame Bremo for attempting the 3-point because he was open and he can make those threes, but his attempt was short. And then the foul was called down low. So Bremo goes out. Tungel comes in. And Mitchell at the line where he's been good tonight, making all 5 attempts from the line. And if you're Tofas, even if he makes these 2 free throws, you've still got a chance. You've got to go down and get a basket. But Ennis has fouled out of the game, his 5th foul. So that doesn't help Tofas. Mitchell, well, his free throws a little bit harder to make this time of game. He would definitely get my vote as the player of this series so far tonight, and here he is at the line with the chance to maybe put this out of reach. Is that a stretch? And he misses both. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Now Malaknis, Ike, and Malaknis throws it out of bounds, trying to get it over to Gray. And for the second consecutive game, they have an opportunity. They had the Gray attempt for 3 last week, and now the pass from Malaknis goes out of bounds off Tungel's hands. they had more time, that seems like, than they realized. Pass successfully made, inbounds. They are going to dribble out the clock. Ike, and they get rid of it. And Ike have done it, folks. They have swept Tofas Bursa and reached the round of 16. They had to work hard, winning both games by just 3 points, but getting the W tonight after holding on for dear life at the end. Ike win it 85-82 over Tofas Bursa. They move on to the round of 16. Well, Ike, more success at the free throw line. That's what it boiled down to in the end. If you look at it statistically, just one more rebound, 2 more assists, 1 more steal. Tough pill to swallow for Tofas, who almost snatched victory from the jaws of defeat for the second time. Gray with 18 and a 17. Mitchell had 21 points, 17 for Strelnieks. And despite those last 2 free throw misses, I would suggest that's your player of the series right there, Akil Mitchell. Just such a steadying influence. Just rock solid.
First of all, congratulations. So, what was the most important thing you did very well today?
This is Kenny Williams.
Rebounding, and we just had to play hard. We knew they would have a loud crowd, hostile crowd. We just had to stay together and play hard. And I think that's what we did. We stayed together, and I think that's why shots started to fall, and we closed it out.
So could you please comment on your own
So this is Kenny Williams.
This was important for me to bounce back from the last one. I know I didn't score last game, so to bounce back like this on the road, I think is pretty big. And I'm just trying to take that confidence, until the round of 16.
Yeah, you just qualified to top 16. So, what is your first feelings for that?
What's that?
What is your first feelings for that? You qualified to top 16, right?
It's a good feeling, man. I mean, you don't have to. The first thing you think about, you don't have to play that 3rd game next week, so we'll be able to rest a little bit. But this has been our goal, to be with the best of the best in this league. So to do it and qualify after just 2 play-in games is big for us. But we just need to get back to work.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well, Ike are definitely going to have their chances in the round of 16. And this is something they can build on, but they maybe need to be a little bit more convincing in closing out some of these wins because they teetered on both occasions, but played well enough to hold on at the end. Kenny Williams with 16 points tonight. And as he talked about, bounce back from a subpar game for him in the last one when he didn't score. He missed all 6 of his shots from the floor. But I like what Ike has. I mean, they've got a lot of depth. They've got a good backcourt. They've got 4 really good guards, Frazier, Xanthopoulos, Strelnieks, and Flionis, and you could even throw Williams in there as a guard, although he's really more of a 2 or 3. So the best plays from the second half, and Rob Gray coming out, hitting this 3-pointer. Just too long of a drought early on, which put their backs against the wall, Tofas, and because they were superior in that 4th quarter, outscoring Ike 30-24, but they just came up 1 basket short, just like last week. Gray overall came to play when it mattered in that fourth quarter. He finished with the 18 points. And Tyler Ennis also was amazing. I mean, you could see he was just struggling in the first three quarters. In the fourth quarter, the best player on the court. And meanwhile, Malaknis came out tonight, gave him some offense. He had 9 points. He did have that costly turnover right at the end, trying to get it to Buyuk Tunjel, when they could have attempted a game-tying three-pointer. But Ike, for three quarters, just did what they had to do. Second chance points, hitting those three-pointers, then scoring on drives like that, which was a second chance point. Ennis, again, really played like a champion in the fourth quarter. We'd love to see him suit up for Canada. I don't know if that's possible, but hitting the three-pointer there and ended up making 2 of 6 from deep. He was 6 of 14 overall from the floor. He had the 4 assists and just the 2 turnovers, but he did foul out right at the end. Malaknis again, he had the 9 points. That was another 3 from Tyler Ennis. So you could see just these highlights. He almost single-handedly brought this team back in the fourth quarter. So tough night for Tofas Bursa as they lose 85-82 to Ike. Tomorrow in Group K, MHP Rees and Lewisburg will go for the 2-game sweep when they play at Limoges.